Pretty much bring it back to DNA, guys. In my opinion, I don't think DNA is gonna ever really get hard content because of the fact that we're in a system where we have set stats, set dupes that we can grind, so everything eventually will be under our power level, like just straight up. If we ever want to challenge ourselves and do something that's actually difficult, then we will go to level cap, or we will do act 60 of immersive theater. Yeah, and that starts to get hard, but it's really just a damage check, right? Once you have that like min-max build, you're probably not even worried about that damage check, really, right? It's not going to be hard. It's probably just survivability of your team, right? So, and I think that's the thing that like people like, even on Warframe, people don't even really complain about that though, right? I feel like most people on Warframe, like, they say their endgame is looking cool, fashion frame, right? On DNA right now, our endgame is immersive theater because we can't even like make our characters look cool yet. We're not at that point yet, man, because we don't have costumes. But I think at the end of the day, if people are going into endgame thinking it's gonna be hard when you're maxed out stuff, I think they're gonna be a little disappointed. And that's all I'm trying to say is don't get your hopes up for super difficult content, because I don't know if that's coming. And I can't guarantee that for y'all, for people that are at the max levels, like for where they're at. Because again, the only time you really have hard content on Warframe on a game like that, which is a very similar game to DNA, is when you do like content to like make it hard for you. You go to level cap, or you're doing like, you know, void cascade level cap. Like, it's pretty much just level cap stuff really is the only hard thing on Warframe. Everything else is doable. Even their quote unquote end game weekly content is clearable for like just with a set build. You just have a build on that thing, you're fine for the most part, right? So I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't want people saying like in a month from now when 1.1 is free and like all of us at trial ranks this year are insta clearing it. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, we can't be looking out for super difficult content, because that's just not this type of game, unfortunately. That's just not DNA. If you want like actual hard boss fights, I think you go to Elden Ring and Where Winds Meet, man. Warframe has a lot of content and not repetitive content. I mean, I don't know. Like, Warframe definitely does have its repetitive stuff, you know, like 2-3 hour survivals, you know, that gets a little repetitive. You got like spamming like void fissures sometimes gets a little repetitive, you know. Every game, this type of game, or like DNA and like this structure of game is gonna get repetitive to some point. Like, you're gonna be grinding things eventually, like over and over and over again. That's just how these games go, right? But that's what people like though. People like the repetitive grind, just grinding a certain stage to drop a certain reward or drop a certain thing they need, or a certain amount of resources they need for a build, or whatever the case, right? That's what people are actually grinding for, in a sense, right? I'm 100% fine if it never gets difficult, but having waves in post act 12 infinitely scaling would give you a reason to continue grinding, to grind more. 100%. And again, that is gonna be the like, if you want to challenge yourself type content, you know what I mean? Just like on Warframe, where it's level cap is your challenge yourself content, right? So if you want to challenge yourself, yes, at post act 12 it should be hard. I agree, completely agree. Everything past act 12 should feel hard, but it's not going to be something where you have to do it every like reset, or you're not keeping up with the community. Like, people just doing Deep Arc Media like every single week and not doing level cap void cascade are still gonna be, you know, doing about the same, other than that they'll have less void relic stuff, you know what I mean? Like, so again, it's just, yeah, you're gonna have like, you know, the people that are super tryharding immersive theater right now, which I probably will eventually, you know, do higher levels. Right now it's just a damage check. There's no like hard like boss really, right? Warframe's endgame or like level cap like stuff in Warframe is survivability, because you can kill everything at that point. You have strong enough stuff on Warframe to kill everything at level cap. You just need to survive. That's the point of Warframe's endgame, is to survive, because when you die and the whole team dies, you're cooked, right? And you're not getting things done efficiently. So yeah, again guys, we'll see how they go about endgame content in Duet and Abyss, and we'll see how that's kind of like structured and stuff. But I will expect like more stuff to do at endgame. Yes, like Warframe has multiple different things you do every single week, right? They got like their Deep Arc Media, they got their Netra cells, you got your sorties, you got your like Archon hunts, you got things to do every single week on Warframe. And so yeah, I hope there is like weekly reset, you know, maybe not end game content, but like other things to do every single week, for sure, definitely, man. Random guy in in-game global chat reached act 170. That's crazy, man. From what I've heard as well, guys, like the acts past like 60 don't get hard because they're all at the same level. Like, it's 180 is the level cap in DNA. So I feel like from what I've heard, people have said it's just, you just keep going in a sense, right? Like there's no like I guess like limit in a sense, right? Because you just keep grinding and grinding and grinding, right? So yeah, no, I don't know. I definitely do think that like post Act 12 rewards should be better, but like I don't think they're even gonna be as close to as good as like Acts 1 to 12. Like they'll never be that rewarding enough, and they'll never put the content behind that difficult content for Fina's 65 secret letters, right? It's just not fair for people that are at trial rank 45 just starting out the game now to try and get into that end game clear stuff, right? So that's why I'm saying Act 12 is gonna be the general end game, and then anything past Act 12 will be like if you want to challenge yourself, if you want extra rewards. So yeah, we'll see. Again, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but just things for feedback for the devs. Like they definitely need to like think about that as a thing for sure, you know? Because again, it's not like a gacha game. It's not like a gacha game, right? Gacha games, you pull for your power. In this game, you grind for your power, right? In gacha games, you either you have enough money to get the strong enough character to easy clear your content, or you grind it in Duet and Abyss and you're clearing with an equivalent level of strength from an I6 or C6 Genshin character, or whatever the case, right? Black in the Discord hit the max difficulty. Think he said Act 50 enemies stay same level, so it's just time consuming. Exactly. So the real like hard content on DNA is level cap 2 in a sense, right? Because that's the only time it gets hard is like Act 50 plus, and it's just a time consuming thing. It's just you're grinding for those, you know, 10 what is it, like I forget what the exchange shop material is called, but those like, little 10 like ticket stubs or whatever, right? Like each like star. So it's like, man, like I don't even think it's like it's not even really like needed to do. It's just endgame players that want to max out the shop will probably do that in a sense, like if people that care enough to do that. I do hope the devs do adjust those rewards though, and at least add other things that are worthwhile to do post Act 12. Like at least add like Carmine Globule or like Luno coins or something to like give me a reason to push that. But yeah, no, again, like that's just where it's at. But again, you do have to think of it like this. If a gacha game is gonna let you, imagine like all gachas let you C6 every character, guys, and have perfect gear you wanted, right? Would anything be hard in a gacha game? No, straight up. And that's what DNA is. It's pretty much a non-gacha game that lets you grind everything. And so that's why everything becomes easy, is because we are at a point where we'll have stuff too strong. You know what I mean? Too strong of stuff. Way too strong of stuff. And that's just how these games work. First Ascendant, Warframe, DNA, right? All these games, eventually, everything becomes easy because you farm strong enough stuff, right? Whereas in a gacha game, people that are whales, they don't ever have difficulty because they pay for their strength. Whereas in DNA, we grind for our strength, y'all. You see the difference in that? That's just how it goes. So yeah, that's pretty much that topic. We can talk about something else. I mean, I just thought I would let you guys know about my opinion on that specifically. But again, like just brace yourself for like no hard content, unfortunately, unless you make it hard yourself. Unless you actually try and go out of your way to go past Act 12, right? That's the only time you're really gonna have that.